Hello once again, friends. So Christmas has passed. My birthday also passed recently. This is a collection of presents that were given to me from friends and family. Not just this year, but the past few years. I thought they've kind of just been going into this box because I wanted to showcase them before, but they kind of added up, so just all into this one video now. And not trying to be like, oh, look at me, I get all this, but just kind of like out of respect and just wanting to showcase some cool stuff off. I appreciate, it's nice. So comics or trade paperbacks, toys, some movies, some art and art instruction books, and some other miscellaneous books. I'll put, I know more of the audience is here for like comic related stuff and maybe as time goes on, there's like less comic related. So you have the option of waiting or not. And even some records and something else at the end. Okay, let us go. Yeah, and I'll break this up into chapters too if for anybody who wants to bounce around to different kind of stuff. Firstly, here's comic related stuff. I guess this is from like the time of maybe even like back in 2020, this stuff's going back to. My older sister, this is the time of like your boy Zach's channel when he was reviewing these Neil Adams Dead Mans. Those are really fun videos. Maybe I'll try to find a link for those in the description if anybody wants. They're fun. So he made these look like absolutely crazy, and they kind of are really fun, really fun. When Cartoonist Kayfabe's channel was kind of started, well, I guess when I was starting to watch it, it's like 2020, 2021 maybe. Found out about WYSIWYG, and this is like, it is awesome. WYSIWYG is a super fun crime or technology comic. The history of kind of hacking, starting out with like phone hacking. And this is a fictional character based on multitudes of old characters like phone phreaking and being able to whistle and the touch tone kind of sounds into a phone and get not only free phone calls but being able to hack into like government or even military computers and shit like that. Pretty wild stuff, really fun. Like, read this all in one sitting because I do recommend this. This is a nice book, fun stuff for anybody interested in that stuff. Ed Piscorp, WYSIWYG. My cousin gave me this Wetworks toy. I guess this is a villain from Wetworks. Can we fix the focus here? Yeah. Who is it? It just says Will Sportacio's Wetworks. I haven't really read it, but yeah, so on to art and art instruction books. Or you know what, first let's do some movies, because this is more like comic-y. My friend Lee gave me these. I think he stayed in Japan for a while, so he's got some inside like knowledge and connections there. Some Shogun Assassin 2, some Lone Wolf and Cub adaptations. I like these movie ones more than the TV ones. I think he said the TV ones are better. I don't know about that. I'm not too into that. Shogun Assassin 4 and the TV series, the Yakuza Papers. I think, if memory serves me, that this was a classic Japanese gangster Yakuza series, highly recommended by many. Is this like a Criterion collection or something? Home Vision Entertainment. Yeah, let's see what that's like. That's on his recommendation. He passed these on to me. Okay, now let's do these art and instruction books. Ken Hultgren, The Art of Animal Drawing. Construction, Action Analysis, Caricature, with 759 illustrations. We all know that drawing animals is very difficult. Drawing from a photograph may be much easier, but to get the concepts down, the actual conceptualization and mechanics, understanding of how and why these animals are built in these different ways and shapes, and to be able to maybe move them and be able to pose them around a book like this is probably way helpful. So this looks cool. This looks like pretty hardcore stuff. Animal Drawing by Ken Hultgren. Bridgman is said a lot of the time to be one of the fundamentals for superhero artists or people wanting to draw like that kind of anatomy or comic book stuff especially. I think you get like Bridgman and what is it, Hogarth? Dynamic drawing, but I think a lot of classical masters of comic art are supposed to be familiar with Bridgman. So this looks, unfortunately, this looks like a lot of text. I like a lot of the time when art instruction is done with a mixture of text and drawing in together. I guess kind of like in a structure more like this, right? Where you're kind of having notes beside the drawings. So it's good to have that, but this looks maybe a little bit more difficult uh, to integrate into the mind and stuff. But we'll try because this is probably very rewarding. Yeah, shout out to my sisters for getting me a lot of this stuff. This is mostly from them. So yeah, gotta serve them right, man. We'll try anyway. I don't know. A little daunting, but whatever. We're from the generation where we could actually read books, but I I'm just shitting, blah blah blah, just kind of rambling. But I'm sure people can even read books nowadays, and if other people can, I sure can probably. This is Constructive Anatomy by Bridgman. Let's see here. Yeah, you've got all these chapters: armor, shoulder, neck, torso, trunk. Yeah, maybe this is like I've heard this one's kind of like the shit too. Hmm. I'm a little bit intimidated or overwhelmed. I'm kind of sweating thinking about trying to study this, but it's probably worthwhile to do. The foot and the ankle. Oh boy. Okay, that's all gonna make sense, huh? All right. Wow. Drawing the Draped Figure by George Bridgman. This, I'm actually not bad at drawing a drapery or making it up even. You kind of just, actually maybe I picked it up. I'm not like awesome at it, but I think I picked up what I internalized maybe from looking at Frank Miller roughs. How he just kind of does like he'll draw the figure and then he'll just kind of draw like lines of where points where it'll be like kind of almost shooting off or projecting off of them and then connecting that with like the looser parts. Um, Maybe that's one way to easily imagine it or whatnot. Anyhow, okay, another apparent classic, Figure Drawing for All It's Worth by Andrew Loomis. I believe there's a lot of classical illustrators, even from, say, like advertising illustration back in the day when people were really skilled at that. I think this is a book that a lot of them were looking at. Yeah, this guy, I think there's supposed to be some pretty fundamental, useful stuff as well. And I guess it is kind of intimidating, but I mean, think about how far you can get in like a year of school or whatnot. But it's probably even faster to go through a lot of this stuff on your own time, possibly. Even though I guess that's your leisure time rather than your work or school time. So depending on how that can be managed. Hopefully. Some more Bridgman heads, features, and faces. Let's take a quick look here. Going on the eyes, the nose. From all different kinds of angles. The Human Machine from Bridgman, last out of these art instruction books, the anatomical structure and mechanism of the human body. Ooh, look at that neck. Let's get back to that. The hands. Look at this neck. Wow. That was wild. Okay, on to other books. These are just like miscellaneous now. My friend Jan gave me this book. It's called Get Even, the Complete Book of Dirty Tricks. Who did this? Who printed this? It almost looks like Paladin Press. Yeah, Paladin Press. A lot of a lot of like almost like anarchist book or anarchist cookbook type stuff was coming out from Paladin Press. Maybe they've even put out like did they put out like Kurt Saxon or How to Kill or CIA book of dirty tricks or improvised weapons and weird stuff like that, or consumer how to get consumer revenge, how to kind of get like free meals or rip off places and stuff like that. So this is like growing up being into this. I'm too old for being a little scumbag nowadays, but interesting stuff I'm sure in here. This is called The Complete Book of Dirty Tricks, Get Even by George Hayduke. And, see, what does it say here? Neighbor's barking dog, merciless landlord, tyrannical boss, roving lover. Ways to get revenge or make people's lives like that hell. Computer misbillings, misplaced luggage, legal fees. For entertainment purposes only. Sure, sure, sure. But yeah, Paladin Press, a bunch of stuff like that if I recall correctly. My niece's husband got me this book, How to Brew. Everything you need to know how to brew beer right the first time. Um, I don't know if I'll ever get into home brewing. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I'd like to, but I don't know if I actually realistically ever will. But interesting stuff. Maybe we'll come back to this in a. I've got a couple other books in this vein, kind of, but in the weirder vein. Maybe later we'll talk about. My niece got me this book, The Imperfect Board Member, Discovering the Seven Disciplines of Governance Excellence. So I guess kind of just good management, good collaborative managing of projects and companies, maybe. So yeah, this is just on her recommendation. We'll see. This is cool. Norm Macdonald, based on a true story. This is supposed to be really hilarious and easy to read, like even like one sitting. Truth be known, I actually got to see Norm Macdonald maybe in like close to the end for him, unfortunately, but I was able to like me and my friends like hung out in a back lane after the show to just like shake his hand when he came out later and stuff. Even though I think it was probably pretty cold, but yeah, that's good stuff. And I don't know if the legality of it, but I actually did bootleg record that show and try not to like talk or make any noise that whole time. But I kind of need like pointers or a way to, because it was just a tape recorder. I'm always, a generation or something back technology wise. But if there's a way to make the sound a little better than just that tape recorder live show sound, I'm sure there is, but that's something that I need to figure out. So I'm open to any suggestions or threads to follow on that for anybody who knows. From my auntie, Outlaws and Lawmen of Western Canada. I don't know if this might have been passed down from my grandfather's book collection, but she actually gave me this. Maybe it was like a couple of years ago when I was actually playing Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Online quite a lot, just through coincidence. Like she didn't know that, but this should be pretty cool to read. It's probably like pretty easy to read as well. Lastly, of the books, my friend gave me this. Like we were talking about, like the evolution of like Old English and Welsh, maybe languages and mythology and folklore. And he was saying this, like he's all. It turns out like that he's very much interested and like has been following and reading a lot about that through the years too. And you know, we were both a little bit drunk when we were like, "Yeah, hell yeah, man," talking about this stuff. And he gave me this. He said this is one of his favorites. So I almost feel bad when your friend's a bit tipsy and they give you something that's probably really valued by them to you. Um, yeah, so this will have to be cherished and really well scrutinized. Jimmy Shand, you the man. Okay, moving on now to music. All right, this is kind of like a sad or awkward story. I don't know how to talk about this or what to do. My niece, she gave me this at Christmas. When I opened it, she's like, I saw this on your wish list for years, for so long, and it was so hard to track down. And when I opened it, I'm like, I don't even know what this. I'm not even familiar with this. I've never seen this before in my life. So I was like, I don't know how to tell you, but you might be confused. Maybe this is like one of your friends or something you were thinking of. Uh, yeah, I feel really bad. Like, what what happened? But you know, it's kind of like anime and stuff related. And yeah, Gundam's cool, but I just feel bad that she thought it was like a huge deal, and I don't even know what this is. So I probably shouldn't have even like said that or fessed up to it, but I don't know. Her feelings aren't too hurt. Right after she also got me this record, and this is something that I told her that in truth, I have wanted this for like a long time, maybe like 20 years or something. This record, The Alchemist with fuck, is it Prodigy? Yeah, Prodigy. The late great Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and yeah, Hold You Down. This song is fucking classic, man. You know, I like all that kind of New York produced kind of stuff, maybe, but gangster, like some good kind of gangster rap. Not really talking about any violence or crime or anything, but it's oh man, this is a good fucking song, man. A classic. This holds up for a lot of years. Maybe I'll put a link to it or something. Okay, lastly, she also gave me this, and she said she was stoked, and it was like she was stoked to give me this. It's a Gundam Wing skateboard, and I'm not familiar with Gundam stuff to be honest, but I was able to tell her, in fact, also too, with this that this was the Gundam series that I did watch when I was a kid, and my favorite of the well, I guess I tried watching maybe some others, but Gundam Wing was pretty sick back in the day. So this is pretty cool, and yeah, dude, I don't know how to fucking skateboard or anything, but cool nonetheless. What a great kid, that kid, man. But I want to tell her, like, I just feel bad, like the younger generation, like I don't want them to worry about me or like break their neck over things or anything. Like they're younger, they should be the ones getting spoiled. Like don't worry about trying to spoil me. But also very appreciative. So yeah, that's that's this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Not a little bit different this one, but yeah, I'm gonna have some more comic and trade paperback and stuff hauls, and also one or two book hauls coming up. So we'll see how. I don't expect those to do very well, but yeah, this is it's just a YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Like and comment and stuff too. Nice to hear from you all the time. And cheers. Hope you get good stuff out there too. Lots of love. Peace.